Welcome to the Be Battle Ready podcast, Daily Battle Edition. This is episode number 23, and today I want to talk about how they lied to you and you need to cry over your spilt milk. So sit back and enjoy today's episode. All right. So, I'm Anthony Campo, and this is the Daily Battle edition of the Be Battle Ready podcast. And today I want to talk about an experiences I have had with crying. Whoa. Yeah, crying. And allowing those emotions inside to out. So, I've had many experiences over the years where I've come into these challenging situations, and there's been a number of times where I've just broken down and allowed my emotions out. Most recently, I was tasked with a exercise to quote unquote release the rage, and behind that became a wave of emotions, and that was around the topic of my father. In my father had left and moved out at the age of 6, and then passed away when I was 20 years old. And I was always a positive kid, positive adult, positive man. When he passed, I did not hold any resentment. I didn't allow myself to actually feel the negative toward him. Now, was it his fault? At the end of the day, yeah. I mean, he smoked. He did that. I mean, could he have smoked and never gotten lung cancer? Absolutely. So the truth of nature, it is his fault. And I blame him, but not in a negative sense. I was never, up until a couple of days ago, never allowed myself to actually express anger and frustration. I accepted what was then. And I prided myself on that. I prided myself on, going forward and not being mad at anybody about it. And, looking back, I could see how me being mad at people and not telling them or not letting that, expressing that has carried on from that point and prior to that point too. So we are taught not to, and it's very taboo in society to get aggressive or express aggression, express anger, express frustration. And it's from my experience that, it just doesn't work. And a lot of people don't express emotions. And, my mom, fortunate enough, after my dad left, or they split and moved out, took me counseling and, really opened that conversation about feelings. I remember her talking about a gunny sack and releasing that, which I got, and at times I understood. And even over the years, with going forward, and I wanted to go back and feel those feelings about my dad, connect with that again at times. And it was very hard at times to actually do that. It was like a stoppage, a block. And I share this with you because, it could be something that could benefit you, expressing. I remember my mom telling me to write letters to people, if you're mad, you never had to send them, just write letters. And, for me, my writing experience, I'm more of a visual, vocal, auditory person. So, it's, for me, my vehicle is talking, expressing out loud. So I share this with you because on the other side of that, this after that was gone, I mean, it's not gone, but after that like level was gone through, that release was gone through, on the other side of that was a deeper sense of clarity, a deeper sense of peace, of less like anxiousness towards that situation and other situations. Because it takes a lot of energy to hide what is going on. It takes a lot of energy. And as you start to unpack all that, you get this greater sense of clarity. And this is some like real like vulnerable shit I'm sharing with you. And I was basically giving a gift by doing it. And I hope that you have the opportunity to, go through that. I look back upon times that I've had hard times and broken down, like, and like just kind of just submitted to that. That's what is. Or, times I've done things wrong. I remember a situation where after that situation, like that was completely non-negotiable, ever acting like that again. And it's through those experiences we start solidifying the foundation of who we are. And that's why it's important. That's why it's important to go through that stuff. Like, the judgment, my own criticism of sharing this is like, oh, you're a fucked up dude. You're fucked up. Like that's the internal voice that says all that negative shit. And, maybe some of you do that. And fuck, that's okay. At the same time, that's okay. And fuck you. Because, you have your own shit to deal with. And don't fucking think that you're not somebody that has shit to deal with. Because, I'd rather deal with somebody that's upfront and honest about what's going on than not. Yeah, and I would, if you are thinking that, I would have you like really look internally. And if you think you're perfect, I would say that you've got a shot. It's like those rehabbers, chip and whatever, right? Instead of the old house on the outside, you've got this perfect like canvas hiding something crap behind it. And that's hard to keep up. So my real big takeaway is that, dude, cry over your spilt milk. Like, feel what it's like to feel what it's like to lose your milk and spill it. Because from my experience, the more you deny that you didn't spill your milk and it's okay, or you did spill your milk and we're gonna pick yourself up back. Yeah, you are, but you need to go through that cycle, like just anger and pissed off, and then just feel those feelings. Like you spill your milk, you got to be pissed, and then you got to be whatever emotion comes up with it, and then once you're done with that, then you move on. Then you look to the new, brighter future. Because if you don't, you're skipping a step. And that step could continue to come back. So, I appreciate you for taking the time to listen to this if you did. I don't know who's listened to it. Maybe nobody. But at the end of the day, 2 reasons. Like, this is for me, and this is for somebody who could really understand my experience and benefit from it. So, I appreciate you, and I look forward to supporting you. Have a good day.